Hi everyone, welcome to Travel by Mireille. I'm here in Costa Rica. I've been here almost about 3 months now. And in this video, I will be talking about taking public transportation. It's actually pretty easy. Some people find it a bit daunting, but as long as you find the information, feel confident about where you're going, it's actually pretty easy. Initially, once you leave the airport, right in front of the airport, directly in front of the airport on the main road, you can get on a bus to downtown San Jose. This bus will cost you 760 colones. 1,000 colones right now is about $1.65. So 760 is maybe $1. What you'll do is you'll wait right there at the station, the bus stop, and when the driver comes up, you'll just ask them if they're going to San Jose. They really prefer if you have exact change. If you don't, you really want to use small bills. So 1,000, 2,000 if you need to. Larger bills here in Costa Rica actually aren't that popular pretty much anywhere. So once you take that bus from the airport, they'll bring you directly downtown. If you do want to stop before you get to the downtown stop, there's a button right above your head as if you were turning on the light. That's the actually button for the bus to stop. And as you get closer to San Jose, you'll see people getting off earlier. There are 4 or so major bus stations in downtown San Jose. None of them are more than 2-kilometer walk from the other. Terminal Mepe, Tracopa, Terminal 710. There's a couple others and I'll put them here in an upcoming photo. Some of the terminals have multiple bus companies inside of them, so you'll have to walk around. And anytime you exit or enter a bus station, you will be accosted, if you will, by people asking you if you want a taxi. They're not really rude, just saying, no thanks, and just keep on walking. When you do get on a bus from San Jose headed to the coast or headed north to Fortuna or Monteverde, if you have a suitcase and you put it underneath, typically they're going to give you a tag and a ticket that goes with your suitcase. They don't always check it on the way out, but make sure that you have your ticket available should they ask you when you exit the bus. When you buy a ticket from the bus station, you can only use cash. They do not take credit cards at the bus station. Try to have, again, as close to exact change as you can. The cheapest bus route was about 4,000 colones. The most I've spent was 7,060 colones, so $10 or so. In Costa Rica, the word mil means 1,000. So if they say 1 mil, it's 1,000. It can be a little bit confusing, but it's something that you'll want to get used to. If you are on the bus for more than 4 hours, the bus will typically stop somewhere. Typically it's a restaurant, has bathrooms, little convenience stores and things like that. The buses stop for about 15 minutes, I've found. And when it's time to go, some of them honk. Some of the bus drivers actually get out and say, we're leaving. And some of them will just start their bus up and literally just pull away. So if it's a 15-minute stop, you certainly want to make sure you're back on the bus, 10 or 12 minutes. You certainly don't want to be left somewhere that you haven't planned for. Once you do arrive at your bus station, at the end of your trip, there you can find some information about the local buses. Typically there's local buses that'll run up and down the main road from town to town. They're somewhat predictable, and they're also very inexpensive. I stand on one side of the street, it goes north or west, and on the other side of the street, it goes south or east. This is the bus station in Uvita, Costa Rica. It's on the Pacific coast. can see they have a little restaurant, lots of place for people to sit. That pink, that green bus on the left there, the right rear screen is loading. The pink bus is taking off, and there's two other buses. Again, make sure when you get back on your bus that you are getting on the correct bus. Over there is a ticket office and a small convenience store, and then men and women's bathrooms. When you do get your ticket at the bus station, make sure you stand there and do not walk away until you've checked your ticket to make sure that's exactly what you asked for. If you walk away and come back with a ticket that's incorrect, you'll have to pay completely all over again. So make sure you check the date, the location, and the time of the bus. On that bus ticket, there'll also be the word asiento, and that is your seat number. So you want to be cognizant of that. The majority, I was on one bus in the last 3 months that had air conditioning. Typically the buses do not have air conditioning. So if you get to sit by the window, at least you get to open up the window. A thing about the timeliness of buses, I had a bus that was supposed to pick me up in Cahuita at 4 a.m. It came at 5 a.m. I had another bus that was supposed to pick me up in Samara at 4. It came at about 4:45. A bus came at 4, but apparently that was not the correct bus. So that's a bus that's honking now. They're telling their people that they're leaving. Typically, the buses headed towards San Jose, one or two of them a day will stop at the airport before going to downtown San Jose. So my was supposed to be 4 a.m. bus from Samara, stopped at the airport, and then went downtown San Jose. I'm in Uvita now, which is on the south Pacific coast of Costa Rica. They have two buses a day that leave here that go to the airport and then downtown San Jose. So you want to make sure if you're trying to go to the airport that you definitely check if that's an option. If they go straight downtown, the bus to the airport is not a far walk. I've walked it many times. I felt very comfortable. Those buses leave maybe about every 5 or 7 minutes. It feels kind of rushed when you get down there, but just take a deep breath and make sure if you put your suitcase on that bus that you're getting on that particular bus. Again, they leave pretty rapidly. When you're deciding which bus to get on, well, first of all, you'll certainly ask the person in the ticket booth to explain to you very clearly where your bus will be, where it'll be waiting. Sometimes you can just say, if the buses are there, what color is the bus? And they'll point you in the right direction. 95% of the people working at the tickets office are speaking Spanish, so please know some Spanish before you get here. It's really, really important, not only just out of respect, but because you want to know what people are saying and where you're headed. When you walk to the front of the bus, you'll either see signs or you'll see the electronic sign scrolling across the top, and that'll tell you the destination of the bus and sometimes where it originated from. So be sure that you're looking at that detail to make sure the bus is going A, in the direction that you want to go, and B, to the destination that it's on your ticket. Buying a bus ticket. So you don't have to, but you really want to try to buy the bus ticket at the bus station from the actual cashier, caja. Tickets are limited. With that being said, you can actually buy a bus ticket from the bus driver, There are times when they'll say, I don't sell them. They actually do sell them, but in that case, you definitely want to have exact change. They're multitasking. They're the ones putting the stuff under the bus, checking tickets, checking things, make sure they're fine. Recently, you had to wear masks again on the bus, so make sure that you have a mask in case you need it. Two of the buses I were on were actually pretty strict about they actually stopped the bus twice and checked that everyone had their mask on. There was an uptick here in San Jose. It's been really hard to find any kind of published information about times that the buses run. I really just had to travel around and find them. I think the most important thing to be cognizant of is if you have to get a flight from San Jose, I would pretty strongly recommend that you head to San Jose the day before. There are mudslides and landslides that can stop a bus for 2, 3, 5, 6 hours. So unless you leave, you have a later flight in the day and you leave on the first bus, other than that, I would probably suggest that you take the bus the day before. With that being said, when you have your bags, I had my suitcase and my backpack, the overhead little shelfy thing. My backpack was maybe 10 inches wide, and it wouldn't fit on the shelving, the overhead little shelving there inside the bus, so I just had it in front of me and I put my suitcase underneath. Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. The buses do run, but they typically run on a short, they have less buses going out and the timing is much different. All right, so I hope that was helpful talking about public transportation here in Costa Rica. If you have any questions, just drop them in below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to travel with me, you know where to find me.